What up, y'all, and welcome to Talladega Superspeedway for the 6th race of the 2023 NRSL Jerky Pro Truck Series. It has been a minute, but we are back racing once again. On pole for the first time this season and for the first time in his career is Ryan Brommer, driving the number 24 for Junior Motorsports. Brommer on pole fittingly after getting pole in the All-Star Showdown for the Digital Storm Cup Series a month ago. And we're getting ready for 47 laps of action here tonight. Two Brommers outside is Usman Hamid. In row 2 is Sadin Davidson and Daytona winner Jessica Strauss. Row 3 is Eric Monaco and Colin Cropley. Row 4 is Jack James and Kate Anderson. And in row 5, we've got Enzo Nareza and Max Anderson. Points leader Donovan Cage starts in 14th place, as we'll go through the rest of the running order. Just kind of look at the top left, see the name, and kind of give you an idea of where you are starting. See Peter Onjak, James Ellison, Sam Young, and Lucas Catano all at the rear of the field. This starts kind of a wild stretch of races, honestly, for the Jerky Pro Truck Series. You've got Talladega now. You've got Dubai, Pukekohe, Oswego, Martinsville, Bristol. And then there's 4 races left in the season after that. So sure to be a crazy time here, but we've got 47 laps of action for y'all in store tonight. So it's Brommer and Usman Hamid leading them to the green flag, package similar to that of last year. And we are green flag racing here from Talladega. Brommer and Hamid even side by side down the back straightaway as they're 3 wide behind them. Sadin Davidson, Strauss, and Cropley in that 3 wide situation. As now Cropley, with no help on the outside line, will start to fade back to some drafting help. Jack James going to put Davidson up in the middle now, 3 wide. As Brommer leads the bottom, Hamid leads the outside. And lap 1 is complete here at Talladega. Now Brommer going to be moved to the middle as Jack James puts a move to his inside line. Inside's going to be the way to go at the beginning of this thing, but as tires wear, you're going to probably want to be in the middle or the top groove. Jack James yet to win a race this season. So far, you've got Jessica Strauss with the win at Daytona, Peter Onjak at Auto Club and Springfield, and then Donovan Cage at Phoenix and James Ellison at Michigan. So not a single rookie win yet here this year in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. That could change here tonight. But Ron Bishop has moved to the top point. Bishop had a really good truck here a year ago, but could not get the job done. In fact, last year's winner here was Donovan Cage. Other winners at this racetrack include Chandler Cottle, Adam Garcia, Yael Carrillo, Michael Markle, and Will Parrish. Garcia, Carrillo, Markle, and Parrish getting their wins as rookie drivers. Chandler Cottle got his win in the inaugural season, so Donovan Cage a year ago was the first official veteran driver of the series to get it into victory lane. The 3 laps complete. It's Ron Bishop, Reggie Fogelman, and Zachary DeLello 3 wide for the race lead. That's now DeLello and Peter Onjak clear coming down the back straightaway. And they are 3 wide throughout the pack. They are 4 wide at the front of the field here on lap 6. Can they keep their trucks even with one another? We got Sky Commons and D-Line Ibrahimian door to door. They're going to go up the track into Sam Young. Hard into the wall is the 2 of Adam Flickinger. And they're crashing behind them. Zachary DeLello makes it through cleanly. Benjamin Ice, Archibald Buttersworth still making evasive maneuvers. As it looks like the 20 of Dale Johnson will lead him to the caution. Next thing to look at will be the stack up. And Jessica Strauss is going to get run into by Jack James, and they're going to accordion from there. Gene Sanford, Colin Cropley, Hunter Braxton with heavy damage. Stephen Waters, Josh King going to move up the track. This 18 truck has won here twice with 2 different drivers. Looking like Delon Ibrahimian, Daniel Brown, Sky Commons, and Kate Anderson have suffered the brunt of the damage in this one. And pretty much everybody is going to come down the pit road. Taking a look at the replay. You see Sky Commons has room to his inside, but just kind of squeezes up in the D-line Ibrahimian. And up the track they go into Sam Young. And that's the 37 of PJ Vidal in front of them that gets really lucky. You see Adam Flickinger go hard up into the outside wall. Stays straight, but Stephen Waters getting a piece of this. Same with Josh King. And then, Donovan Cage, nowhere to go, gets collected, as does Daniel Brown, Hunter Braxton, Kate Anderson, and more. See the 40, Gatlin Downey involved. Several drivers slamming the brakes to miss this. And then these drivers just kind of get stuck here on the apron, so not sure if they are good to go or if they are too heavily damaged, but we will find out. On board the 22 of Delon Ibrahimian. We'll have to see if Delon can continue. On board the 29 of Sam Young. Have to see what the extent of the damage is for the number 29. Getting ready to go back racing. Dennis Moore is the race leader. There are several drivers out of the race. Daniel Brown, Gatlin Downey, Kyler Anderson, Kate Anderson, Donovan Cage, Josh King, Stephen Waters, Hunter Braxton. The 98 is someone I have forgotten about. David Dixon. And the 45 of Colin Cropley, as well as 51 of Skylar Taylor. Sky Commons and Delon Ibrahimian still in the race. Lap down apiece. We are back on their way with 37 laps to go. Here at Talladega, 31 trucks on the racetrack. Fastest lap so far tonight, 45.820 by the 22. But we will have to wait and see how much pace that Ford F-150 has. And if he can get the lucky dog with another caution to get back on the lead lap and contend for some points here. Coming into this race, looking at the point standings, Donovan Cage had a 2-point lead over Jack James. Cage with the DNF, and the finish of what'll be 38th is going to get just 5 points for his night. That is going to be big for the championship. So James came in 2 points back. He's got a real big opportunity, as does Peter Onjak, who came in 10 back, Max Anderson 17 back, and Jessica Strauss 23 points back. Enzo Nareza, Sky Commons, Sam Young, Ryan Brommer, and James Ellison were the top 10 in points coming into this race. It looks like Sam Young is off pace there in the back of the picture, as Max Anderson moves to the race lead with Pat Johnson and Saden Davidson to his inside. Pat Johnson would be looking for his first career win here tonight. It has not come yet. This is Pat's, I want to say it's his second or third season in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. Right now, he is in the lead with Benjamin Ice right behind them. Pat Johnson has been holding strong. It looks like this number 12 Verizon Ford is the best truck so far we've seen leading the pack. No one can really get a big run on him. And running at a crisp 206, 207 down the straightaway. This truck is trimmed out aerodynamically and has the engine to go with it to keep it in front of the field. Sky Commons and Dylan Ibrahimian are still both a lap down. Ibrahimian has fallen back here with Gene Sanford and Sam Young. Eric Monaco currently by himself. So Commons in this main pack, a pack of 27 trucks in total, 26 of them being on the lead lap. So you see James Ellison in this group, Jack James at the rear. Same with Peter Onjak. Not sure if that's planned, if they're trying to keep their trucks clean, what the case may be, but it's Pat Johnson in the lead, Brommer in second, Ron Bishop is third. So now Wendy Calhoun, Jim Ganton, and Corey Riggs are 3 wide for 4th place. And Brommer makes a move on Pat Johnson. Bishop now with a move of his own. And this could be one way to get the 12 out of the lead. And with no real help to the 12 either, could get him to drop back in the pack and have to work his way back forward. But right now, that 12 of Pat Johnson appears to be the truck to beat, as we're closing in on the halfway mark of this one. Leaders are closing in on lap traffic here at lap 25. This time coming will be 22 laps to go in the race. And likely green flag pit stops are closing in as well. Corey Riggs with the lead that time by at the line. Now Dennis Moore, who led them to the restart, is now taking the lead back, or trying to, but Jessica Strauss and Ron Bishop are to his inside. And it's 3 wide at the start-finish line. Lap-led advantage to the number 1 of Ron Bishop, I believe. Yes, indeed. By a nose. As, ooh, they're going 4 wide, and they're going to crash. Max Anderson, Benjamin Ice, Dale Johnson around. Archibald Buttersworth all the way down to the inside wall, along with another driver. And they're racing back to the caution, and now this is going to be close for them. They are going to be right on the money for fuel here when they pit under caution with 21 to go. They'll be pitting with 21 to go, and then they'll come out of pit road and hit 20 to go, so they theoretically are right on the number. Oh, Jessica Strauss is going to turn Enzo Nareza into the outside wall. Corey Riggs involved. What on earth was that for? And that's going to end Nareza's race. Running in 8th place. And oh, they're going to stack up. Dale Johnson, Peter Onjak, Archibald Buttersworth, Roberto Crown Jr. Heavy contact for Pat Johnson. Arguably the best truck in the field. Oh, Benjamin Ice gets into him for insult to injury. Well, got a long review and caution replay review in front of us for this one. So let's get to it. So they were 4 wide here, and Chris Harvey was really pinching Winnie Calhoun. And I think some contact gets made right there. And James Ellison, I don't think Ellison came down, but Winnie Calhoun gets in the Chris Harvey, pushes them up into Benjamin Ice. Max Anderson, Pat Johnson, Dale Johnson all had nowhere to go. And you see Buttersworth swerve down into Reggie Fogelman. Peter Onjak also getting involved, gets a piece of this. And that spins Buttersworth and Fogelman down to the inside wall. Buttersworth keeps it off the wall, gets it back going straight. Fogelman's going to just touch the inside wall with the right side. And then they continue on. On board with James Ellison. Doesn't seem like a ton of damage here for Ellison. He mostly just spun it around. I don't know if he got involved here when they were racing back. Let's see, was he a participant of the stack-up, or was he far enough away? He turns left. Oh, he just missed Roberto Crown Jr. So Ellison gets out of here scot-free on that front. On board with Peter Onjak. Behind the lapper of Sky Commons here when this unfolds. Oh, and he tried to shoot the gap, but he got into Pat Johnson. Amazing. I think Peter saw the gap there in the smoke, but just trucks don't turn fast enough at 200 miles an hour. And then here under the caution, it had just happened. He was farther up the road than Ellison was, and they just stacked up in front of him, and his truck is killed as a result. See what happened here after they race back to the yellow. Jessica Strauss, they're letting off the gas, and Strauss is just pinching Enzo Nereza here for some reason. I don't know. She's trying to get in line. There's a gap there. If she just lifts a little bit, she can get in line. Oh, maybe she thought she was clear? She's just, like, barely not clear and is just going to hook Enzo up the track and kills his race. Strauss also gets a ton of damage from this. And Corey Riggs just kind of on the brakes here, but it's going to spin Enzo around. Winnie Calhoun, Zachary DeLello barely missing this, and then they stack up as a result of this, starting with Sky Commons and the Max Anderson, and then Harvey and Jack James as a result. Man, the point shakeup is going to be crazy. And then we saw everyone else compiling in after, starting with the 20th Dale Johnson. So, tough break for all of these drivers. We'll get y'all to the restart. Getting ready to go back racing. We'll have 17 laps to go. Ryan Brommer, the leader, out of the race from this previous caution. Pat Johnson, Archibald Buttersworth, Roberto Crown Jr., Peter Onjak, Dale Johnson, Jack James, Chris Harvey, and Enzo Nereza. And Sky Commons also now out of the race, I believe. Dylan Ibrahimian gets the lucky dog. And yeah, Sky Commons has retired from the race. Hearing the engine blew on the 17 during one of the final pacing laps. So a tough break for Commons. But that leaves us with 22 trucks on the racetrack with 17 laps to go. And likely, as I'm seeing them split back there from Gene Sanford, I think it's going to be slim odds they have enough trucks to cause another crash going 4 wide. But it's Talladega. Crazy stuff always happens. But Brommer, the pole sitter, looking for what would be his first win in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. He's got 3 wins in the Digital Storm Cup Series. All of those wins coming on road courses. And, you know, Brommer took 2 years off and has come back this year and came back electing to drive full-time in Jerky Pro, as he had never done it before. He is a rookie, technically, to the series. And what a place it would be to get a win here at Talladega. Excuse me. He's got Brad Lewis to his inside. Adam Flickinger, man, who slammed the outside wall in that first crash. I'm surprised this truck has pace. He must have hit the wall at just the right angle to where it didn't give him a ton of damage, because I thought that truck was going to be off pace. But he is up here fighting for the win. And he has won at a super speedway before, back in Daytona. Back in, I think it was 2019, he won. Long time ago for Adam Flickinger. But it looks like we've got about a 13 or so truck pack that's going to contend here. See Gene Sanford, Ibrahimium, Fogelman, Ice, Strauss, all struggling to hang on. Same for Sam Young. And then it looks like maybe Ellison, Moore, and Max Anderson could be struggling as well. So it might just be a 13 truck pack. Actually, right now, looking at it, it looks like the 88, 37, and 9 are good to go. But the 29 of Sam Young, he has lost touch, along with Jessica Strauss. So with 14 laps to go, it is a 16 truck pack for the win, and Winnie Calhoun currently leads, but here comes Usman Hamid to her inside. Zachary DeLello, Lucas Catano also up here fighting for this thing. And everyone's got a story here if they can win this race, what it would mean for their career. And it's what Talladega is all about. 7 laps to go here at Talladega Superspeedway, and Ryan Brommer has been able to hold on to the race lead for several laps now. But Usman Hamid's got a big run here down the back straightaway. Going to go to Brommer's inside, and he'll get help from Adam Flickinger. So the pack remains 15 trucks strong. Eric Monaco dropped out of the pack a couple of laps ago. And there is a secondary pack about 12 seconds behind the leaders. 6 laps to go at Talladega. And we are not going to step away for any more time skips the rest of tonight. It's time to cover the finish of a Talladega Superspeedway race. Usman Hamid to the inside of Brommer, still even side by side down the back straightaway. Brommer with help from Jim Ganton, Hamid from Max Anderson. As the inside and outside lines are about even, you can see here in turn 3, inside with a bit of an edge. Everyone's been taking tires for most of the night, but you see Brommer with a pretty good run off of turn 4. They're actually going to be 4 wide here for second place through the tri-oval as they come to 5 to go. Briggs and Anderson are still 4 wide. Now back to 3. DeLello right behind, though. Going to make it another 4 wide with Adam Flickinger. And still, it's Hamid and Brommer side by side for the lead. Oh, Flickinger and Catano are squeezing each other. But they keep it straight. Corey Riggs to the move to the inside of Winnie Calhoun. Going to put Brahmer in a 3-wide situation. Brahmer with nobody close to his bumper as Hamid works every line. 4 wide again for second place. Brahmer with help all the way on the top from the 10 of Brittany Turner. Trying to find a way to get a run. Now Ron Bishop clears second place. It's all of his. He's got to try to find a way to get a run on Hamid. Both of these drivers looking for what would be their first career win in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. Three laps to go. Can Hamid hold on for the win? Trying to find where Hamid sits in the point standings. He's currently 15th. Fresh off a top 5 from Michigan. Bishop with a late move for the race lead. He's going to pull in front of Winnie Calhoun. Another great finish for Hamid tonight would probably launch him to the top 10 in the point standings with the way things have gone for a lot of the top 10 in the points. Calhoun now to the inside of Bishop through the tri-oval. It'll be 2 laps to go. Now here comes Dennis Moore, Hamid's teammate, to the inside for the race lead. He's got help from several fellow Chevrolets. Riggs right behind them. Ganton looking to make his own move with teammate Adam Flickinger. As their teammate, Winnie Calhoun leads the outside line. Side by side, and they're squeezing 4 wide once again. Moore, Calhoun, dead heat right now. Coming out of turn 4, coming to what'll be the white flag. Ganton and Riggs are side by side behind them. They're dead even at the start-finish line. Advantage Winnie Calhoun by 5/1000ths of a second. Now Dennis Moore peeks ahead through turn 1. Can Moore pull up in front of Calhoun? No, he can't. He can't block the run that Calhoun has. Down the back straightaway, Calhoun pulls ahead with the race lead. Help from Corey Riggs. Moore has nobody close to his back bumper. Jim Ganton's closing up, but Ganton is a teammate to Calhoun. Ganton's going to make the move and leave Dennis Moore out to dry. Calhoun, with help from Corey Riggs, is clear of everybody. And at the checkered flag, it's Winnie Calhoun winning her first career Jerky Pro Truck Series race. For the second year in a row, a Chevrolet wins here in the Jerky Pro Truck Series. And a veteran driver at that. But it's Calhoun's first career win in the series. And that makes 4 total wins for Chevrolet here at this track in the Truck Series. Jim Ganton, teammate to Calhoun, will come home in second. Corey Riggs third. Dennis Moore fourth. And Brittany Turner rounding out the top 5. Then Brahmer, Bishop, Flickinger, Ellison, and DeLello, the top 10. Calhoun started deep in the pack. One of the first pit stalls there getting on the pit road. See Max Anderson 11th, going over some notables. Usman Hamid, man, he fell all the way down to 13th. Lucas Catano 15th. Strauss 16th. Ice 17th. Ibrahimian, man, after falling a lap down from that first accident, finishes the night in 19th. Sam Young 21st. And Gene Sanford at some point there was parked for not making minimum speed. Poor night effort for everyone involved in accidents. Enzo Nareza, Jack James, Peter Onjak, Pat Johnson, who looked like he had the truck to beat. Johnson comes home 31st. And then Donovan Cage, your points leader coming into tonight, finishes 38th. So a big point shakeup. And likely more shakeups to come as we've got a couple of road courses up next on the schedule. The first being Dubai. So I will see y'all next time for some international road course action. And it's the first road course race of the season. Here come your official race results and point standings after race 6 on the season.